Hey, what's up, y'all? This your girl Angel. Like and subscribe down below. What's happening? So, just gonna have a conversation with y'all today. Still in the waiting stages of waiting for a damn schedule. I'm not, even though I talked about it yesterday, this is why I understand that I'm giving advice on how to do it the correct way, because trust me, I understand being impatient. I understand wanting to stay busy, wanting to stay consistent. That's my issue too, and that's why it's getting on my fucking nerves. But I understand the process as well, and you have to you can't skip the process, and you can't skip the in-between stages, like I said. But yes, it's irritating waiting on it, period and point blank. I ain't gonna take that away from nobody, because I feel you. But anyway, anywho, I got a sweater on because it's nice outside, but it's kind of chilly because it's supposed to rain later. So I'm trying to catch it before it start raining. But I was just listening to old podcast of Tamar's, when she had Monique on her show, and Monique was talking about marriage, her marriage or whatnot, and talking about how, they say about the first 5 years of marriage, and how that's basically the growing stages, and you go through the most in your first 5 years. And a lot of people say if you could get through the first 5 years, you good. I don't know, because I never got through the first 5 years. But neither here or there. I believe it though, because think about it. That's the stages when you getting to know each other. You learning like the actual person. Like you're learning day to day how they carry themselves, how they keep a household, how they do business, how they love you for real, and you learning whether you want to be loved the way they love you, and you learning about yourself along the way on whether you loving them correct. And because see, one thing about it, a lot of us, I feel like, don't understand. Just because you did something a certain type of way in your last relationship, last marriage, last whatever partnership, and the woman or the man, whoever it may be, liked it and loved this about you, and loved the way you cook this, and loved the way you put it down in this position, that position, don't mean the person you with now like the same thing. They love language is different. They're a whole different person. And sometimes I feel like we put ego, in front of everything, and we all get all vulnerable, and you know what I'm saying, like all sensitive, like, and like, well, wanna, project on the person, like, oh well, it must be something wrong with you because such liked it. He not such, she ain't such. You need to learn what the person that you trying to spend the rest of your life with now, what works for them. And that takes patience, time, selflessness, thinking about the other person, feeding, and like giving them what they need, nurturing what they need as they nurture what you need. Like I keep saying, when you're in a relationship, you shouldn't be worried about you. You're supposed to be worried about your partner, and your partner supposed to be worried about you. That's how you get that balance. But anywho, but instead, most of us be like, don't realize that until the relationship fucked up. Okay. And then so it's like, and another thing I was thinking about, like when she was speaking on how I guess her attitude or whatever was a bit much in the beginning or whatever, and how he loved her through it. That spoke to me. Oh my God, that's beautiful. That's what I'm talking about right there. Because sometimes, unfortunately, we get married sometimes or get into commitments before we're actually healed. And you know, it's no shade or nothing. I done it. I did it this time, damn near, but I was in the process of healing. So, and the thing is, healing is a journey you ain't never done. Growth is a journey you ain't never done. But what I'm saying is sometimes we don't even start or don't even realize we need to be healed, and then we jump into a relationship. Toxic bonding. And it'd be like, wonder where we got all these problems. Where's all these problems coming from? It's coming from your unhealed self. Because you study trying to make the person you with the nigga you just left, or the chick you just left, when that's not the case. So they here trying to love you, but they gotta love you through other people's bullshit. And that's a lot on a person. So it says a lot about a person, commitment to you, and their growth, and their ability to have self-power. Like, you know, stand power. You know what I'm saying? Like, really, really knowing they self. They have to completely know they self to be able to do that. Like, that's some hard shit. I'ma love you through this. All of your toxicity, I'ma love you through it. And they got years under their belt of marriage. So clearly, it worked. And look at her now. She on a whole nother level. That is, you know, that's something, you know, right there to really, really, really put, you know, keep in mind. It's things like that I love to hear, because that gives me the knowledge and education that I need to have a healthy relationship. I could take from people that actually have a healthy relationship and put that into mine, you know? And that's why I said, you study learning, you study moving, it's motion. You study, you know what I'm saying, trying to better yourself. If she would have stopped and would have took offense to him helping her grow, and she would have took offense to everything and kept that energy going, she would have lost him. It's the willingness to be better. I'm telling y'all. Okay? Trust me, I'm telling you what I know. My attitude is a lot. Even though I done grew a lot and I'm not who I used to be, it's still a lot at certain times. And you know, my husband have to deal with a lot when I have my moments, like when he say something that reminds me of the marriage that I just left. It reminds me anything of my ex-husband. It could be something little. It get blown totally out of proportion, because I blow it totally out of proportion. And he just stuck like, what's wrong with you? What are you talking about? Like, he had to tell me sometimes, like, what did you hear? He had to ask me that, like, what exactly did you hear me say? And Sure enough, when I repeated back to him, it's not what he said. I done added something to it because of where I was, not where I'm at. And I done put that stress on him and put that, you know what I'm saying, that situation on him without him even knowing what's going on. I did it without even knowing it. And then he like, okay, let's back up. Cause like he says, he always tell me, like, I'm not going nowhere ever. Like, it's me and you, period. Like, we here. So I understand that you know been through some shit. So I'm not going nowhere, but sometimes you throw me off. And I gotta respect that. Alright, peace y'all. I'll do another video later.